August, on the other hand, is wearing a brand new set of clothes. However, he looks better word. His hair is clean and streaked back, and you can actually a faint smell of this very minty-like chemical. I guess you guys haven't come across it yet, but August would gladly explain that due to clearly the needs of water resources, people don't bathe or shower here. They use chemical compounds to cleanse the skin instead, kind of like, for lack of a better word, like a pat down of like in prisons, in like the old school like prison things where they would delice you by throwing powder on you.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but a little bit more civilized, and a much more pleasant experience. He's wearing his glasses, but they look like they look spotty, like they haven't been cleaned in a while. And his eyes are just like a bright red of someone who either looks exhausted or was someone with severe eye strain. He's clutching his computer off to his side quite possessively, but he also his facial hair has grown out by about a week, but it has done so in patches, as is a very stereotypical, white man's beard. A guy who can't grow a beard very well, so it just comes out in patches for a while. So it's these blonde, whiskery patches that are all over his lower face. And he explains, before Alicia goes into explaining what Scyther wants or anything like that, August is just through the moon. Whatever grievances that might have happened about a week or so ago, he says nothing with any sort of bitterness, and he engages you all enthusiastically. He explains that this link concept is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and these data plugs, you can. It is a web, a weaving of all of these computer systems, and you can access them all just with a thought. But it is so dangerous around here. My goodness. And now I've been poking around message boards. I've been looking at info dumps, but I thought I was good. I thought I understood the terminology. I thought I understood software, but the people here are just of a different caliber. I tried to create a program, a simple a syntax seeker, right? It just took me a few hours to whip up, and I sent it out into this link to look for new terminology, new words, new slang that these people use, so I could, understand what they're saying, what all of these info dumps that are coming. And it came back to me in the form of a child with a message on it saying, "Better luck next time." Someone just plucked my program out from nowhere and modified the avatar with just a thought. The second time I tried to do it, it never came back. But the third time, I got some very, very, very interesting results. And he pauses for a moment, and he says, "I think I might have been able to solve the Hannibal problem. I'm not too sure just yet, but there might be a potential for a safe-ish place for him even here on this outcast station," he says.
That's nice.
Yeah, and for the first time, he interrupts you, and also for the first time, he simply glances at you, Mila. Usually what happens, especially when you speak, a lot of time August stares at you, sheepishly or not, right? At this point, he actually kind of glances at you and waves his hand in a dismissive way. He goes, yes. As I mentioned, I was sending out a program to understand new languages and new terminologies with this language that people are using, and I came across a fragment of what I believe is alien speech, something that other people don't use here on this station. But the problem is that everything is so unpredictable. It is machines turn on and off due to power fluctuations or due to damages or due to something being stolen. Hackers come in and compromise entire systems. There are hidden caches of data. I have only just hit the I have just stuck my little toe into the river of information out here, and it is dangerous. It is dangerous. I hear the other stations have much more secure procedures, but here there's no law. There's nothing. I could risk getting any sort of neural feedback, so I have to be careful. I have to be very careful. But you see, I did get a packet of what I believe is alien speech, which implies that somewhere on this station there is a community that lives that was not born around here. They might be in a similar situation as us. If we could find them, we could be beneficial to each other. Yes? And there might we be able to find a more secure location with other individuals who also want to keep secrets. And he starts to fiddle at his beard a little bit. He says, this is amazing. Amazing. I never would have dreamed this. Never would have dreamed any of this.
Mila's gonna grab his face like really close and be like, that's not, you would look really good with a nose, like a big nose. And she's gonna start looking at his nose.
August, his excited verbal diarrhea of excitement starts to peter off as you grab his chin and you look at his nose, and he pauses for a moment and he says, I don't understand what's wrong with my nose right now.
Oh, it's not bad, but if it was just a little bit like big, you know what I'm saying? I think it would look really nice.
Yes. Well, thank you. I think you look very nice just the way you are, although my cheeks are getting a little pressed together now, Mila, perhaps.
Mila's like, woo, and like moving her hands like on his face, like, woo.
Okay, I don't think this is really conductive to any sort of information. I'm glad you're having fun, but stop it! He says as he flails.
Mila jumps back a little bit, kind of laughs.
Do any of you understand what I'm saying?
No.
It feels like I'm just talking to a bunch of dogs looking at me.
Yeah.
August, I understood enough of it, I think. We'd have to be very, very careful approaching them, but yes, it does make sense.
I'll continue to look into this. I also have to say that although there are some customs that I'm certainly not used to, the sustenance that the Tropospheric Hotel provides is fine. I feel secure enough, especially with Alicia nearby, and I feel that I am being able to do. I feel much better now that I'm away from this place for an extended period of time. As he looks around and scrunches up his nose.
Well, good. I'm glad.
On your probes, did you mention Hannibal at all?
No, of course not. Why would I?
Please make sure you don't.
Why would I do such a thing? Do you think I'm a complete idiot? Would you like me? I don't even know how to actually I don't even know how to send out a program without it being changed out there. There are people out there that are beyond my skill. Why would I ever even think about transmitting any sort of information that could give us unwanted, unnecessary attention? Please don't insult my intelligence. I'm trying to assist us. I thought you'd be very happy about this news.
Tom won't respond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sensing the mood cools, Alicia steps up and she goes, yeah, so the reason why the message I'm supposed to pass on, to all of us, really. And she pauses for a second. She goes, you know that tall guy, he worked a bouncer outside one of the clubs around here, Scyther, right?
Mm-hmm.
He came on by the Tropospheric Hotel and passed on the message, and then he started communicating me via this link thing that August has his panties in a knot over. He mentioned that his bosses, his higher-ups, want to meet with us, and that we were to get in touch with him immediately to get that meeting underway. He says that it's pretty damn important.
Well,
He didn't say anything else in specific. He said he'd fill us in once we all met with him face to face. He doesn't like using the link for. He says it's not secure enough to provide any sort of important information. He prefers face to face conversations.
I don't blame him. Well, I don't see much reason to keep him waiting. However, before we go in there, you guys should know from our end the things that have transpired.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of have a ship now, but not really.
Oh.
It's not in our name yet.
Yeah, we were very successful in our mission. So successful that the gentleman who hired us decided to hire us on to fly his ship for him. We have basically total access to the ship. It's going to be under our control. We just have to check in once a week to see if he has any jobs for us.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia smiles and she says, "You mean we got a ship? We got a way to get off this place?"
It's
Yes,
certainly better than here.
But there's one problem. One that we're going to fix pretty soon. It doesn't have a gravity generator. But we're shelling out the ice to get one installed.
She says, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's good news. That is good news for everyone." She says as she kind of looks away.
But yeah, so
I'm good to meet this cyber guy when you guys are.
I'm ready when you guys are.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, with Simon being your guide, I can just have the next scene be a conversation with our good friend Scyther.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Scyther.
Oh, Scyther. So, excuse me.
Your excuse.
Thank you.
Sorry, you're welcome.
I have to just get my Outcast Station sheet up because I did a bad and I forgot the name of the club that he works outside of. I am the worst.
Oh, don't sell yourself.
Club
short.
Vortex. There he is. Club Vortex. I knew it. I knew the theme of it. I knew what it looked like. I just couldn't remember the name. So sure enough, you once again arrive at Club Vortex, and with the exception of being accosted by a few more individuals looking for what you assume are drugs, once again a request for crystalline. In addition, you also overhear requests or references to two other types of narcotics, golden sand and white hot halo. But other than those incidences, we can roleplay them if you really want. But the main focus is getting at the Club Vortex. Now, Scyther, interestingly enough, is not manning the front of the door of the club. But after asking for him, dropping his name, one of the large mutant dog individuals kind of gives a bit of a nod, asks you to wait outside, and he disappears into the bass-pounding, dark, fluorescent-lit club. A few minutes later, Scyther comes out. He gives a bit of a nod to you assembled there, and then he kind of gestures for you to follow him. And as you go down the hallway, he goes, "Yeah, we're gonna talk in my office a little bit. It's a little bit more secure, and I don't know. You gotta be careful, right?" Sure enough, once again, it's another about 3-minute walk or so around the corner down a narrow, jagged hallway in which, sure enough, a panel opens up, and you step inside the cramped yet secure and private room that he calls his office. He sits down on the stool there, and he says, "So, I got some news for you. My boss's boss tells me that they want you guys to meet with one of our crew, for lack of a better word. And I have a feeling that this comes from really, really high up. We're talking about like major management, so to speak. So I've been told that to let you guys know to meet with a woman, one of us, one of our crew. Her name's Nocturne, and she's right now docked here at Outcast Station. And he kind of looks to a small digital readout that's embedded into his wrist. He goes, "Glad that you guys finally met up with me. She's still going to be here for the next 17 hours by my watch. So, yeah. We want you to meet with Nocturne, and she's going to ferry you guys, take you guys to a meeting place."
So you can't tell us anything about what this meeting is for?
I haven't been told specifically who it is, but I can guess. But I have been told that if you guys are hesitant or if you have any questions, that your friend Johanna is involved. She's there, and she's one of the people who want to talk with you.
Okay. Al would look around, not wanting to make decisions for everyone, but I'm fine with this.
Mila's asleep.
Yay!
Patrick is desperately trying to hold her up.
Roll me a D100, Patrick. Yeah, she kind of slumps a lot. It's kind of hard. She's like a noodle, a strong, ropey noodle. And Scyther kind of looks at the pair of you and goes, "Something I said is boring to you?"
No, actually, she's, he kind of lowers his voice. She has narcolepsy.
Well, then wake her up.
Right. Patrick?
Listen.
Yeah.
You heard the man.
Okay. Deep down in his new pocket, an old friend comes out from his palm. It's smelling salt.
Oh, sweet. All right. One whiff. What do you think there, Mila? One whiff is enough to get her up?
Yeah, Mila, like you kind of see her nostrils flare, and then they flare again, and her eyes go open, and she's like, "What? What? Ah, look at that!" And
Yeah.
she grabs the smelling salts.
Yeah. Scyther kind of snaps his fingers a little bit. Goes, "Hey, Sugar Root. Hi, right here.
Right on me?
Yeah.
My name's Mila, not Sugar Root.
Yeah. Okay.
Bailey.
Anyways, do you know who you're dealing with here?
Huh?
Do you know who I represent? Do you know who the people I'm asking about for? Because you guys are staring at me, going along with this, but I don't think you guys really understand the situation here.
Oh, no, I fully understand what's going on here.
Okay.
Al looks at Mila with a raised eyebrow.
Mila, like, kind of glances at Al and then, like, mouths the word, "Who is he?"
Al's going to kind of close his eyes for just a second, like drawing inner strength, and then say, "We are still new to this station, so I'm afraid we don't actually have a clear idea."
Okay, that's fine. it just it confuses me why someone's so new. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know you guys have never been here before, but there's something about you that has definitely got the attention of the higher ups. So, tell you what, okay? The network always works out best when we scratch each other's back. So if you need a hand with anything, you know, I mean, I'm not just a guy that you sell your weird shit to, right? I mean, I got connections. I know things, right? I figure I help you guys out, right? Maybe since you're people of interest to the big high ups, if I make you happy, maybe I make them happy, right? Maybe I help myself out.
Well, if you're offering, there might be something.
Oh, yeah?
We were recently robbed, and several of the things that were taken from us have a sentimental value to us. As we are new here, we don't know the lay of the land well enough to even begin tracking down who could have done this to us. You, on the other hand, might have better luck at such things.
Oh, I can almost guarantee it, my friend. I am well connected, although most people don't assume I am. Okay, so, I mean, robbery, simple robbery, I mean, it happens all the time. Okay, so, fill me in on some details, all right? Like, where were you struck? You know, where were you hit? Who hit you? The whole shebang, what was taken? You know, lay it on me.
Al would, because I mean, obviously I don't remember exactly what part of the station we were in, but Al would relate the details as best he can.
Roll me a D100.
Sure. As best he can, which is not that well.
Best he can is not good enough for me. I know that you don't know. That sounded so smug.
Not good enough for this guy.
No, what I mean to say is I'm not a big fan of just saying, and he tells them, right? It does save some time for sure, right? I do understand that I was very vague in my description of where you were, so you can't specifically tell him where you were, right?
Right.
But you do know what was in and out of character. You do know what was taken from you. You do know what happened, right?
I hadn't finished yet.
Okey-dokey.
I was simply going to say he tells them where they were, and then I was actually going to lead into.
All right, lay it on me.
He would tell them that it was a group of people. They never saw them, but one of them, he guesses their leader was female.
Okay.
They used knockout gas.
Okay.
And they
That's pretty
took
high-tech.
a few of our ice cards, almost all of our weapons, and a few trinkets that, like I said, are of sentimental value to us. A knife that looks very strange, and a hammer.
That's covered in bones.
Ah, gotcha. So, I'll ask the obvious questions. Is there anyone that you've pissed off?
Well,
There's one dude.
Okay.
While we were going to Black Cellar Inn for dinner, we were told, and he's gonna hold up air quotes, told, by a guy from the Needlers. And we paid the toll and all that, but as we were leaving, he slapped Mila on the ass. So she punched him.
Gotcha.
And he kind of hit his head against the wall, and there was a bit of blood, so we booked it.
All right. Okay, so maybe Needlers. What's that thing that you're doing with your hands, though? He says when you did the air quote thing. He goes, I don't get it.
he has a
Don't worry about
condition.
Yeah,
Like you?
I have a condition.
I don't have a condition. Do I have a condition?
You fall asleep, Sugar Root.
I do. I almost forgot. By the way, Inferno, lay down. What does his nose look like?
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
god.
important. Okay.
Cider, if I recall my description of the fellow, is a pretty tall human. He does have a scar running along his cheek, but he has a very, I don't want to say average nose because that's boring. He has a narrow nose that is slightly upturned at the tip, and he has a very narrow bridge as well. Yes. Oh my god! I just realized you haven't.
Yeah. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I know where
Sabrina?
you're going now.
Thank you. I'm glad you're noticing. Mila just stares, and like you can see, like she takes her pointer finger and kind of holds it. She's like, mustn't boop his nose, but it's so cute.
He steps back. So, okay. So, you ran afoul of the Needlers? Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't get a look at all of these people that got you?
They got us.
Oh,
in the
it was dark. It
Yeah.
was completely dark.
So,
Should probably note that the lights were specifically turned off.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And the sector that you told me to, although I think you're off by a bit there, tall guy, he says over to Al.
Al nods. Very, very possible.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten our bearings on the station yet.
Well, I got good news. I got bad news for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good news is I'm going to help you out. Bad news is that it sounds like you were hit by professionals. Now, that's not the worst thing in the world, right? There's a lot of professional robbers around here in Outcast. The question is I got to find the right group, and I got to find out who they're connected to, right? People who steal stuff on other people's turf don't typically live very long around here, right? And what you described is that you delved yourselves into Copper Rat territory, the Copper Rat company territory. So it might be professional working for them. I got a little bit of connection there. I got a little bit of leeway. But tell you what, like I said, I want to make you happy. And I want you to pass on your happiness to the people that you're seeing. So I'm going to help you out. I can't guarantee any miracles or anything like that. But I'll put my nose to the ground for you. I'll shake down, the right people.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can't find some of your stuff. Your ice
Oh.
is probably gone, but
Yeah,
the things that you
that's
described, we'll see. We'll see.
I actually should mention this. This trip was after we had met with Rev Fontana, and we zeroed out our account with him. And on our way back to our place where we're staying at, we got jumped, and one of the people said he told us that you guys will have ice. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but it might be Rev, it might be somebody else, we don't know.
Well, I don't know so much about Fortune Fontana, to tell you the truth. Although I know he's a guy who takes a lot of precautions, but he isn't. He's known for being a little shady. He might have tipped you. He might have tipped the people off, but that doesn't make much sense for him, right? What makes a little bit more sense down me is that, the guy doesn't work in the most private of places, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some people pay him so they can hang around and listen to certain things, right? I don't know. I'll look into that, but that's an important lead.
Mm-hmm. Also, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, would it be possible to get 2 more cards?
Yeah, shit,
We
sure.
did just lose those.
Yeah, shit. No problem. Fucking cards, they're cheap. They're manufactured plastic. We get these all the time. They get lost and stolen and destroyed all the time. So yeah, here, I have 2 on the house.
Oh,
He says as he throws them over to you.
Thank you very much.
Ah, you're
All right,
very welcome.
then I guess we should go talk to your boss or the
Yeah.
higher ups.
Yeah, well, no, I do report directly to Nocturne, and she reports to someone else, and onward it goes in our organization. But, yeah. Meet up with Nocturne. She is not actually at the docks right now. There's not enough room, and the way we like to do stuff is a little bit more low-key. Okay? If you go to Sector 43, okay? Sector 43, on the east tunnel, there's an airlock there. Okay? Now, don't go through the airlock just yet, but you should be okay. We own the airlock. None of the other gangs will probably bother you there, although you might have some needler trouble getting here or there, but I see you got Simon with you. So, as long as he doesn't fall asleep on the job, you should get there in one piece, hopefully. Once you get to the airlock, put your radios on to frequency Alpha 42. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And that's Nocturne, alright? Introduce yourselves as friends of Scyther, right? And people who get the inside joke. That's important. Alright?
So we are friends of Scyther, and we get the inside joke.
Yep. Friends of Scyther, you get the inside joke. Good. Alright. And with that, you're in our hands.
Okay. Well, thank you in advance for anything you can do.
Yeah, of course.
And
Tell Nocturne how wonderful I am, maybe. Shit, I don't know.
I'll be sure to do something like that.
Okay, good. All right, well, if that's it, I'm going to close up my little office, go back to my day job.
Sure. Guys, can I see your cards really quick? I'm gonna shuffle some money around.
Sure.
And I will take everybody's cards, I will divide up the money, and everybody, including August, Alicia, Mila, Bear, everybody will have one card.
Okay.
Everybody will have 7,500 except for Al, who will have 8,060.
Oh, the responsibility.
Yep.
Can you handle it?
So don't lose it.
Oh no. I don't know. Okay.
All right, so off we go.
Off you go. All right. I would like... Who hasn't been able to roll much dice lately? How about the nose-obsessed Mila?
Yeah.
Sure.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay. Ooh.
Whoa! Okay, nice job.
Unless it wasn't supposed to roll low.
Oh
Shit, we get robbed again.
No, you don't. No, you
It's
do
just
not
straight
get robbed
death
again.
This time.
Well, fuck.
No. No, you don't. Give me a moment here. So, as you make your way to the sector with the airlock, Simon suggests that in order to avoid most of the trouble, that you take some rarely used tunnels. But they're a little cramped, but from the last little bit of information that he got, they're safe. The gangs typically don't use them because they don't like crawling through them, and he says they're kind of more like maintenance ducts than hallways. But if you guys don't mind the discomfort, I think it's, for lack of a better word, the path of least resistance. Are you for this?
Will I be able to fit in my plastic man armor?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, sure. Mila?
Okay.
What?
It's all well lit.
Yeah. Are you fine with the tight enclosed maintenance hatches?
Sure.
Okay.
She's not claustrophobic.
Well, you don't know that.
You know what?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I do. I'm God. The other characters don't know that. You
Metagaming.
bitch.
Oh.
You don't tell me what I don't know.
Wink.
You're in my world.
Wink. Wink. Time to develop claustrophobia.
No, just kidding. Anyways, is everyone fine with the plan?
I'm fine with it.
With Simon's suggestion?
Yay.
Okay. So now I would like all of you find PCs. Oh, by the way, during this, Alicia is down with going with you guys if you want. Bear, of course, is. August wants to go back to the Tropospheric Hotel and keep working on stuff. If you're cool with that, we can just narratively let that happen. We don't need to. Are you
Here's
guys?
your card. Try not to get robbed.
Should we walk with him?
Yeah, what's
No.
gonna happen? What's gonna happen is on your way there, Sidon's going to guide all of you kind of almost back to the Tropospheric Hotel or very, very close. Once he gets to a junction, he's going to, when he feels that it's probably mostly safe, he'll give August a few directions like turn left, turn your second right, turn right again, and there's the Tropospheric Hotel, and then continue on with you guys. All right? Sound good?
Sure.
But anyways, I would like all the player characters to roll me a D100, please. Actually, roll me a D20. Fuck.
That's me. I'm a player character.
You are.
Wow. I'm consistent. I must remain consistent.
Okay, Al. How about we roll a D20?
How about we roll a d20, sir?
What? That's totally a D20.
Interesting.
D20.
Okay. So D20. All right. Well, that is great. So, Tom. So you
Yeah.
guys have to go. As mentioned, Cyan does take you through some glorified maintenance tunnels. At some points, it gets a little cramped, but you're able to get through with some of you with slightly bulkier armor than not. Most of it is on your hands and knees. There's a few areas where you can actually stand up for a short period of time. You're able to stretch your legs. But as you pass through, you sometimes go over top kind of grates, kind of areas, graded areas. And sometimes it's clear that you are going over top where people live. You can hear clear conversations, arguments. You can hear the sounds of some sort of entertainment or the glow of monitors through these grates. Many times you can smell food cooking, but there's one thing that, Tom, you are definitely the first to notice. You are the first to cross this grate. And you could swear you see out of the corner of your eye, and you can stop and take a closer look, but seems to be a faded pink lettering, like burnt out fluorescent bulbs, that you could swear say the word Zoot.
No!
Get the fuck out of
No.
town!
Guys.
It's through the
look at
grate,
this.
but yeah.
Look at this.
What?
I'm
I
gonna
can't
move forward.
see.
You guys take a look at this.
I can't.
Well, you have to look down. You have to angle your head in a certain way, right? And you have to look down the north side of the grate, right? And it's against this wall, this dark wall. It's very, very black. A single pale yellow flickering light is lighting up the area, and it seems like what you're looking down to is another hallway. You're on top of some sort of a hallway, and you're looking against a back wall. And the back wall, like I said, looks like they're in faded, broken fluorescent bulbs that say the word Zoot. Z-O-O-T.
What about it?
Picnic time?
I don't get it.
I get it. Picnic time.
I'm not following.
Mila, do you remember New Laszlo?
No.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Okay.
We met an alien in New Laszlo that was really cool. His name was Newzoot.
Okay.
We're gonna go meet him again.
Yeah.
I'm sort of crawling here. I can see Patrick's butt.
Simon,
Yeah.
do you think you can remember where this is?
No, shit, of course. It's right below us. It's the 3rd century. 3rd century tunnels. Yeah, they're mostly abandoned. A lot of people squat in them. But yeah, why? Why are you so interested?
Have you ever heard of someone called New Zoot?
He pauses for a moment. He says, No, that doesn't really ring a bell.
Huh, I see. Okay, well, no reason. We may have just found an old friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Do
Oh, okay. All right.
you guys want to come back here later or now?
Now!
Because we're supposed to. Jeez. Okay. We kind of want to get down there now. Is there some way that you can figure out how to get down there?
He
Through the grate?
goes.
Should we just go through the grate?
No, it'll be hard to get back up. He kind of shifts over to the grate. It's actually getting quite cramped now. He peers through and goes, yeah, that's about 8 feet down. You guys have magnetic boots on? I don't, but that's okay.
Yeah, I do. Actually,
I do.
I'm not sure if I do.
No, are you in? If you guys aren't in your EVA suits, you won't have magnetic boots.
Well, I bought magnetic
Yeah, I
boots,
bought
you
magnetic
bought
boots
some.
too.
Okay.
but
Alright.
I'm wondering if the mag boots would fit over the plastic man armor.
Sure, yes.
They would? Okay.
Yeah, the plastic armor is not super bulky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I have mag boots.
Yay, me too.
Mom.
Is that a no?
Yeah.
Woof. Okay.
Some of us have mag boots.
Okay, well, all right. No, that's okay. Okay, no, I know. Just he pauses for a moment. He goes, "Just follow me, but don't say anything, okay?" To the person I'm going to be talking with. It's confusion, but okay.
Okay.
And he continues to lead you through this very, very cramped tunnel for a little while, for probably about another 10 minutes or so, until finally you come to a ladder that drops down. He goes down the ladder, he asks you to follow, but it takes you to a very cramped place that's probably only about 5 feet wide as a box, and on the north and south ends are 2 doors. He goes to the north door and he knocks on it a little bit, and there's a long pause for a moment. Kind of gives a bit of a sigh, and he knocks again, and he says, "Feathers, Feathers, Feathers, do you still live here?" And you kind of hear a bit of a and there's a pause, and sure enough, the door opens just a crack, and you can see like a black beak kind of stick out, and it talks and it says, "What the hell do you want? Who is that?" It goes, "It's Simon." "Ah, Simon." Oh my god, by the way, I want you to know, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm putting my hand in front of my mouth and I'm pretending it's a beak and talking.
You're doing it because you have to.
I love
Because
it.
I'm just imagining this beak coming out the door and just flapping. You're like, hey, how's it going?
Getting into character, that's all.
I guess so. I'm just demented. What, Simon? He goes, yeah. We need to get to the Century 3 hallway. Oh. Got any food on you? And Simon pauses for a moment. He looks over to you guys and he goes, "You got any food?"
I don't.
I wish I would.
Okay.
I'm unsure if I do, to be honest. I know Patrick usually does, but this is a new area with new food. I have no idea.
I have mag boots.
Huh? Boots? Let me see. Come down. He says, the beak says. And you don't see any eyes. It's still just the fucking beak. But Simon gestures for you to come down the ladder. And he kind of, Simon kind of guides you to the front of this door. And the beak kind of turns towards you. Looks down at your feet. Okay, I'll take the boots instead.
Yay! Al kind of looks around, realizing his joke has gone bad, and takes off his boots so that he's barefoot.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. As you slide the boots on over, Feathers here kind of, you see a single, like, a yellowy claw hand reach from, like, underneath the door. Now it's just a little hand, and it puts one kind of taloned finger, one in the hole of one boot, one, the ankle where the feet go into, and the other, and it drags against the floor into his room. He goes, and the beak is still looking down at your feet. And then after a few minutes, you hear a bunch of shuffling and moving around back there. And sure enough, out from the bottom of the door is thrown one old leather boot and a second synthetic boot, and a second one. It's black and it's scuffed, and it's got a hole in the big toe on the right foot. He goes, there. Fair enough trade. Okay. You can come in, but you do not look at me. Do you understand? And Simon looks at you guys, and he mouths, I'm sorry. What? You can only get to the third century hallway through my place, and it's my abode, and I'm very self-conscious.
I'm sure you're beautiful.
I don't care what you think.
Al picks up one of the boots and smells the inside.
Why did you do that, Al? Why?
Jeez. I smell it from here.
It's non-lethal poison.
Non-lethal poison.
Oh. Like, he can see, what I mean by that, I'm not saying like he's shoving it in his face, he's just giving it a sniff.
So, you give it a sniff, and it gives you the smell of an old, wet garage that, yeah.
I'll what's the word I'm looking for? Quietly, non-tension getting, puts the boots back down and just goes in barefoot.
All right. So,
I'm going to stop Al and kind of pull him over to the side. Oh God. Okay, fine, Patrick. What is it?
Al. What?
Alan, there.
Al. Yes. Yeah. What?
Why'd you smell the boots?
Because I'd rather. I don't know, Patrick. I don't know.
Even I thought that was gross, Al.
I didn't realize you could smell them from there.
Well,
It's very apparent, Al.
yeah.
Well, maybe elves don't smell as well.
I don't think that. I think you're making that. Maybe it's true.
I might be.
what's an elf? Simon asks.
Oh, don't worry your pretty little nose about it. Mila boops his nose.
Okay.
Al says,
Oh,
it's just slang from ship dwellers.
Simon
I'm-
just shrugs. Takes your word for
I'm
it.
gonna pull Al to the side and kind of whisper to him. We might need to like blindfold Mila or something, cause I think she's just gonna go inside and look.
Al's gonna sigh.
I think he's good. She's gonna just go inside and look at him. Just for the fucks of it.
I don't know what's worse, what he said, or the fact that it makes perfect sense. Al's gonna sigh, and he's gonna be like, "We can't blindfold her. She's afraid of the dark."
What if? Oh shit! What if we were to like try and get her to play hide and seek like you hide? I'll put my hands over her eyes and then she'll seek. Maybe that might work.
You want to
Make
let
a game
her
out of it.
guide you with her eyes closed?
You're coming in here or not, Flaps the Pig?
Mila's like leaning in and she's like, I think I wouldn't like being blindfolded, and yeah, I'm totally gonna look. Let's go! Mila walks in.
No. You go to the door and you hear him go, wait, I'm not ready. Give me 10 seconds, he says as he closes. Then come in. Count to 10, he says.
1,
Okay.
2, 3.
You hear the sound of like something very big tripping over something.
4.
And you hear him, shit, no, fuck, no, just a second, almost ready.
9.
What?
10.
Mila, 30, Mila, 30.
30. 0. 10.
4.
Okay.
Can I come in?
You don't hear much of a reply. You still hear the sound of struggling, but
That's
you open
consent to me.
Okay.
Oh god.
Criana,
So you open the
Criana,
door.
that is not consent.
You open the door.
Criana, wow, we need to put you through some human sensitivity training.
So you open the door, and this place is well lit, but from a variety of sources. These little dome lights that have a slight bluish tint to them. It seems to be what you're entering is, for lack of better words, almost like a bachelor's suite. The entire apartment itself is just one very large room. Okay. There are a variety of small gizmos. There is an engine running in the corner itself that seems to be being fueled by some sort of external fuel source. But what draws most of your attention is almost immediately to the right. There is, for lack of a better word, it seems like a big cavernous hole that almost has a closet. Almost like a closet. There is at the very top of this kind of closety entranceway, there's a bar, and on the bar is hanging a large pink sheet of cloth. Behind the pink sheet of cloth, you can see, well, actually underneath where the cloth kind of cuts out, you can still see from the floor up, maybe about 3 or 4 inches, and you see 5 sets of clawed, almost bird-like feet kind of stumble around, and you can see something huge shuffle around behind this pink curtain. You see a single beak pop up at the top. It says, "Just a second, I'm almost ready." And you can see like these very white, wispy feathers kind of fly everywhere around this pink curtain and fall upon the ground as feathers. This creature is clearly struggling to stay hidden behind this pink curtain.
Hello.
Okay, it's just on the other side. Just go straight through.
Can I ask you a question?
What do you want? No.
That's conflicting answers. I don't know how to respond.
Just go. Go
Why are
through.
you
You're in my
hiding?
house.
Why are you hiding?
Because
Why?
I don't
Tell
like
me.
the way I look.
What? You should listen. You were made. It's you. You should be proud of that.
No, I'm not the way I'm treated. No, people.
No.
You see Patrick like standing beside her nodding.
Please, can I see you?
No!
I'm sure you're not that scary.
Roll me a D100.
Okie dokie.
There's
Well,
a
it's
pause,
solid
and
15.
Simon is scratching the tip of his nose nervously. You do hear him mutter, like, no, we should probably just go. He doesn't like being bothered all this much. But as after a long pause, you hear almost, to everyone else, it's just a tiny, tiny murmuring whisper. In fact, you can't really hear the words clearly, but to your super hearing, Mila, you hear just a peek.
Okay. Do you want me to come over there, or do you want to come
Come
on?
over here. Come over here.
Okay. Mila's gonna smile at the guys, nod her head, and gonna go over and peek behind the curtain.
Okay. So you peek behind the curtain, and the creature that you see is a mass of, it's a large amorphous blob of mostly white feathers with a few flecked blue and yellow around it. It has no discernible head, and sure enough, it does have these 5 bird-like feet. What's very striking, however, is that it is covered in probably approximately 6 dark green eyes that are almost like lizard-like eyes all around its body. All right, all around the scattered randomly throughout its body, and you can also see that it has 4 of these black beaks. One on either side of its feathered torso, one at the bottom by its feet, and one at the top, near the very dorsal, the very top of its body. And it kind of looks at you. It's 2 of the closest green eyes look at you, and the other one, the closest beak to you, simply kind of says, "See? No one likes this."
I like it.
Okay. I was gonna have you roll against horror factor, but I'm not gonna tell you what your character likes or not like. Like, he's not monstrous. He's not trying to kill you.
Well, okay.
So it's
what
anything
kind of
like
green? What kind of green are we talking for the eyes?
that. We're talking about like a deep, like an emerald green.
Oh, you said the magic word. Okay, cool. I was going
Okay.
for emeralds, so that's
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know, I'm not going to tell your character what you're afraid of, unless it's in a combat situation where horror factor is definitely a mechanic.
Mila's just gonna say,
Yeah.
"You have lovely eyes."
You're just saying that. Look at you. It says. Feathers.
Look at
says.
me. I mean, I'm short. I mean, no one likes the way they look. I'm short. I'm too curvy. I have this weird skin pigment. I think that's what it's called. You know, it's too white or whatever.
Oh.
And I'm crazy.
Oh.
But you should be proud of who you are. You seem like a very nice gentleman.
No. You don't understand. People weren't proud when they shipped me out here. They weren't proud when they called me names. They weren't proud when they left me here to fend for myself.
I get called names here too. This place is really mean.
No, not by the people of this place. By the others from the other stations, from the other ships.
What?
You don't understand. They call me a monster. They thought I came from one of the. They thought at first I've been attacked so many times because people think that I'm some sort of crazy monster demon thing that either comes from Earth or in those blue lines in space. I've had to do 17 different genetics tests just to show that I have some sort of basis in belonging here. But none of them listen.
Well, that's just that is not good. See, if you attacked me, then maybe that would be bad. But you let me into your home. You're letting me walk through, and you're letting me look at you even though you're scared? I mean, that's just terrible.
It is. It is terrible. It is. I don't understand this. I don't understand this at all. Why? I don't get how a person that looks like you would say something like that. I've never heard that before. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe you are crazy.
Yeah, I am, but that's beside the point.